Okay, so you're on the MIT site, you're on the platform, you've gone My Projects, and you've gone Start a New Project, and you're ready to begin. In the Viewer window over here, you'll see a simulation of a phone. You can change that to a tablet or even a monitor. I'm just going to use the phone size here. Down here, you've got a user interface with buttons and things that you can add to your project. And beneath that, you'll see that there are other menus that you can use. We'll get to those later. Here on the right-hand side, you've got the components. So as you add them to the screen, they will be added to the component list over here. And to the right of that is the properties. That's where you control exactly what happens to those components, what they look like, what they do. So let's make a start. This app for this particular task, which you'll find on Teams, is to use a picture of something, and when you click on it, it makes a sound. And we'll use that as the basis for creating our language learning app. So we're going to take the button, and you just drag it onto the screen. Now, buttons are things that when you click, something happens, so they're interactive. Labels are just for text. Now you'll notice it says here text for button 1. Well, we actually want a picture of something. So I'm just going to move my face here to one side. And if we scroll down here, you'll notice that one of your options is image. And at the moment it says none. I'm going to change that by uploading a file. So on Teams, you've got two files, an image of a bee and the sound that a bee makes. Just download those to your downloads folder so that you can find them quickly. I'm just going to click on downloads, and here it is. The image is called Cody and the sound is called bee sound. So I want to load that image up to replace the button so that the image is interactive like a button, but it's not text-based. So it's choosing file cody.jpg, and I just click OK to load it up. You can use your own picture of a bee if you want. Just go onto the internet, find a picture of a bee. Use Creative Commons under a license that you're free to use. If you're just doing it as a school learning project, you're covered by fair use policy under copyright law. But if you're going to use it or publish it in any way, you do need the rights to that picture. Now, if you look closely, you'll see it still says text for button 1. So we just have to remove that. And if I go down, here it is, text, just a little up from the bottom, and I'm just going to delete that. If I click outside of there, that text disappears. So I now have a button which is clickable, and I want to make a sound happen when I click the button. But I'm going to need a label just to tell the user what they need to do, otherwise they don't know what to do. So I'm going to drag that label component on, and it says text for label. Now, over here under components, you see I've got button 1, that's the bee, and label 1. So I need to go down here. I can give it a background color. So I'm going to make the background black. Now bees are normally black and yellow. Hey, so I'm going to go down to underneath text and change the text color to yellow. And then I'm going to make it bigger. Let's say 36. Just click out of there, and I'm going to, as I work down here under the background color, I can make it bold, I can make it italic if I want. Just test it out, probably not. I can change the font face from serif to sans serif, for example. And under height, if I've got fill parent, come on, fill parent, oh, I didn't click OK. You'll notice what it's doing there. And if I go for the width, if I go fill parent, you'll notice what it's doing there. And under text alignment, I can just move it from left to the center. Now I'm going to type in different text. So I'm just going to say, click on the bee. And if I click out of there, there's my instruction. So last thing I want to do is just import the sound onto the screen so that I can link up the clicking of the bee to the sound. So if I go down underneath the user interface is layout, and then there's media. And under media, you'll notice there's a little sound option. And I'm just going to drag that anywhere on the screen. So now it says sound under my components, and I can go to the source of the sound and go and find it. I need to upload it from the file. So choose file. I haven't chosen a file yet, so I just click there. I go into my downloads folder, and there's the B sound. There are libraries online of sounds that you are free to use. So just Google, free sounds to use. I will put a link up a little later in the week. So it's going to upload that MP3. I just click OK, and it should upload it. So that's all we need to start the project. I'm going to stop the video here, and then we'll go in and do the actual programming, which makes it so that when we click on the B, it sounds.